Arcadia. Love, literature, and death at Silly Park. Picture Byron.
Not of Bernard.
Byron fought fatal duel, says Dawn. Valentine, do you think I'm the first person to think of this?
No.
I haven't said yet. The future is all programmed like a computer. That's proper theory, isn't it?
The deterministic universe, yes.
Right, so basically we're all just a bunch of atoms bouncing off each other like a bunch of billiard balls, correct?
Yes. There was a fellow, forgot the name, 1820s, who pointed out that from Newton's laws you could, in theory, predict everything to come.
But it doesn't work, does it?
No, it turns out the maths is different.
No, it's because of Connell and Briggs.
Really?
That's what I think. The universe is deterministic, alright, just like Newton said. The only thing going wrong are people fancying each other who weren't originally part of the equation.
Yes. Yes, I think you are the first person to think of this.
Have you seen this? Barking Byron sharp poet.
Let's see.
He's done awfully well for himself, hasn't he?
Don't be ridiculous. Your father wants it back.
Alright.
What a fool.
Jealous. I think it's brilliant. Yes, but not with those trainers. I'll lend you a pair of fatties for the period on you.
Oh, yeah, Gus, you look so romantic.
Are you coming?
The important thing is not to give two monkeys what other people think about you.
You don't think Chloe's getting a thing about Bernard, do you?
I wouldn't worry about Chloe. She's old enough to vote. Byron fought a fatal duel, says Don. Says Don!
It may well prove to be true.
No, nothing can be proven true unless it's proven not false.
Just like science.
Well, if Bernard can stay ahead, he'll be a success.
Just like science, the ultimate fear is of posterity.
Personally, I don't think it would take that long.
And then there's the afterlife. An afterlife would be a mixed blessing. Oh, hello, Bernard Nightingale. I don't believe you've met Lord Byron. Must be heaven up there.
You shouldn't believe in the afterlife, Valentine.
Oh, you're going to disappoint me at last.
I am.
Science and religion.
Oh, no. Been there, done that. Boring.
Now, Hannah, fiancé, can't we have a trial marriage and call it off in the morning?
I don't think I've ever received a more unusual proposal.
Have you had many?
Would be telling.
Well, why not? Your classical reserve is only a mannerism. And neurotic.
Do you want the room?
You get nothing if you give nothing.
I ask nothing.
No, stay.
What are you doing?
The set of points on a complex plane made by...
Oh, it's a grouse.
The grouse. The damned grouse.
Oh, no, you mustn't give up.
Why? Didn't you agree with Bernard?
It's all trivial. The old grouse, my hermit, Bernard's Byron. How beautiful.
Lend me a finger. Okay. See? In an ocean of ashes, islands of order, patterns forming themselves out of nothing. I can't show you how deep it goes. Each graph is a section of the previous one, blown up, and so on, forever. Pretty nice, eh?
Is it important?
Interesting. Publishable.
Huh. Well done.
Not me. It's Thomasina's. I just pushed her equations through the computer a few million times more than she managed to do with a pencil.
What does that mean?
Not what you'd like it to.
Why not?
Well, for one thing, she'd have been famous.
No, she wouldn't have. She would have been dead before she was famous.
What, she died?
Burned to death.
You mean she's the girl who died in the fire?
Yes, on the night of her 17th birthday. There's a memorial in the park.
Oh, I know, it's my house. You know, Septimus was a tutor. Do you think that he and Thomasina would have...
Yes, I mean, it's
Suppose.
true.
You swore! You crossed your heart!
I'll tell Mama! I'll tell Mama!
You beast!
What is this? Peace! Peace! Order! I am obliged.
Well, good day to you, Mr. Hodge.
Good day, Lord Augustus. Will you join us today? We have our drawing lesson.
I'm a master of it at Eton, but we only draw naked women.
Well, then, you may work from memory.
That is disgusting!
We will have silence now, if you please.
No, Marx! It's not like my rabbit equation.
I saw no resemblance to a rabbit.
It eats its own progeny.
I did not see that.
I have not room to extend it.
So, is the world saved?
Oh, after all. No, it's still doomed. But if this is how it started, perhaps it's how the next one will come.
From good English algebra?
We'll go from infinity to zero to nonsense.
No, if you set apart the minus roots, they square back to sense.
Listen, you know your tea's getting cold.
Oh, well, I like it cold.
No, I'm telling you something. Your tea gets cold by itself. It doesn't get hot by itself. Do you think that's odd?
No.
Well, it is odd. Heat goes to cold. It's a one-way street. Your tea will end up at room temperature. And what's happening to your tea is happening to everything everywhere. The sun and the stars. It'll take a while, but we're all going to end up at room temperature. When your hermit set up shop, nobody understood this. But let's say you're right. In 18 whatever, nobody understood more about heat than a scribbling nutter living in a hovel in Derbyshire.
He was at Cambridge, a scientist.
Say he was, I'm not arguing, and the girl was his tutor. The girl was his art student. She had genius for a tutor.
Well, that's true, I suppose.
Could have been the other way around, but I don't think so. Not this. Whatever he must have thought he was doing to save the world with good English algebra, it couldn't have been this.
Oh, I thought that's what genius was.
Only for lunatics and poets.
Septimus, do you think I will marry Lord Byron?
Who is he?
He, the author of Childe Harold's Pilgrimage, the most poetical and pathetic and bravest hero I ever read, and most modern, and the handsomest. For Lord Byron is Harold himself to those who know him, like myself and Septimus. Well, Septimus?
No.
Why not?
For one thing, he's not aware of your existence.
We exchanged many significant glances when he was at Sidley Park. I do wonder that he has been home almost a year from his adventures and has not written to me once.
It is indeed improbable, my lady.
Lord Byron? He claimed my hair, even though my shot was the earlier. He said that I missed by a hair's breadth. His talk was very facetious. I do not think that you will marry him, Thom, for he was only lame and not blind.
Wow! Peace! Peace until a quarter to 12. This is alive. Peace. You know, it is intolerable for a tutor to be interrupted by his pupils.
You are not my tutor. I came here by my own free will.
You should be so determined.
You do not rule over me.
Augustus!
I do not rule here, my lord. I inspire by reverence for the exaltation of knowledge whereby man may approach God. God. There will be a shilling for the best cone and pyramid, drawn by a quarter to 12 at the earliest.
You not buy my silence for a shilling, but I know to tell is worth much more than that.
What an aggressive child.
I told him you kissed me, but he will not tell.
When did I kiss you?
Not yesterday.
Where?
On the list.
No. In what county?
In the Hermitage, Septimus.
Oh, on the lips in the Hermitage. That was not a shilling kiss. I would not give 6 pence to have it back.
Oh, cruel. Have you forgotten our compact?
God save me, our compact.
To teach me to waltz. Sealed with a kiss and a second's due when I can dance like Mamma.
Oh yes, we were waltzing like mice in London.
We must waltz, Septimus. I will be despised if I do not waltz. It is the most fashionable and gayest and boldest invention conceivable. Started in Germany.
Let them have the waltz. They may not have calculus.
Oh, stuff. What's your book?
It is a prize essay from the Scientific Academy in Paris. The author deserves your indulgence, my lady, for you are his prophet.
I? What does he write about? The waltz?
Yes. Well, he writes about the propagation of heat in a solid body. But in doing so, he has discovered heresy, a natural contradiction of Sir Isaac Newton.
Oh, he contradicts determinism.
No. Yes. Maybe. He shows that the atoms do not go according to Newton.
Let me see. Oh, in French.
Yes, Paris is the capital of France.
Show me where to read.
Four-handed.
Mama's in love with the Count.
In Poland, he is a count. In Derbyshire, he is a piano tuner.
Oh, where's Gus?
Oh, Mr. Noakes' engine.
Damn. Was that not long ago?
Mr. Noakes! Hello?
Well, he has to be. The photograph. Is he dressed?
How is Bernard now?
No, guys!
I wonder how you can teach against such a disturbance, and I'm sorry for it, Mr.
Stop
Hodge.
ordering everybody about. The photographer will wait.
The ceaseless, dull, overbearing monotony of it. It will drive me distracted. I may have to return to town to escape it.
Your ladyship could stay in the county and allow Count Zelinsky to return to town where you would not hear him.
I mean Mr. Noakes' engine. Would you sulk? I will not have my daughter study sulking.
What, Mama?
What are we learning today?
We are drawing today.
Geometry. I approve of geometry.
Your ladyship's approval is my constant object.
Well, do not despair of it. Where is culpability Noakes? He's gone for his hat so that he may remove it.
Well, just as I said, Newton's machines, which knock our atoms cradle to grave by the laws of motion, is incomplete. Determinism leaves the road at every corner, as I knew all along. The cause is very likely hidden in this gentleman's observation.
Of what?
The action of bodies in heat.
Is this geometry?
This? No, I despise geometry.
A change would overthrow the Newtonian system in a weekend.
Geometry, Hobbes assures us in the Leviathan, is the only science that God has been pleased to bestow upon mankind.
And what does he mean by it?
Mr. Hobbes or God?
I'm sure I do not know what either means by it.
Oh, pooh to Hobbes. Mountains are not pyramids, and trees are not cones. God must love gunnery and architecture if Euclid is his only geometry. There is another geometry which I am engaged in discovering by trial and error. Am I not, Septimus?
Trial and error perfectly describes your enthusiasm, my lady.
How old are you today?
16 years and 11 months, Mama, and 3 weeks.
16 years and 11 months. We must have you married before you are educated beyond eligibility.
I'm going to marry Lord Byron.
Are you? You did not have the manners to mention it.
You have spoken to him.
Certainly not.
Where did you see him?
Everywhere.
Did you, Septimus?
Yes, at the Royal Academy, where I had the honor of accompanying your mother and Count Zelinsky.
What was Lord Byron doing?
Posing.
He was being sketched during his visit by the professor of painting, Mr. Fusili.
There was more posing at the pictures than in them. His companions likewise reversed the custom that the ladies viewing wear more than the ladies viewed. Well, enough. Let him hang there for a lamb. I've enough with Mr. Noakes, who is to a garden what a bull is to a china shop.
The Emperor of Irregularity!
Mr. Noakes! What have you done?
Everything is satisfactory, I assure you. A little behind, to be sure, but my dam will be repaired within the month.
Hush! Can you hear Mr. Noakes?
The improved Newcomen steam engine. It's the only one in England.
That is what I object to. If everyone had his own, I would bear my portion of the agony without complaint.
Your ladyship.
And for what? My lake is drained to a ditch for no reason I can understand, unless it be that Snipe and Curlew have deserted 3 counties so that they may be shot in our swamp. What you painted as forest is mere plantation. Your greenery is mud, your waterfall is wet mud, and your mount is an open-cast mine for the mud that was lacking in the dell. What is this cowshed?
It is the Hermitage, madam.
It is a cowshed.
Madam, it is, I assure you, a most habitable cottage, properly founded and drained, with 2 rooms and a stone chimney, a
And
slate roof.
who is to live in it?
Why, the hermit, your ladyship.
Where is he?
Madam.
Surely you do not supply a hermitage without a hermit.
Indeed, madam.
Come, Mr. Noakes. If I'm promised a fountain, I expect it to come with water. What hermits do you have?
I have no hermits, my lady.
Not one. I'm bewildered.
I am sure a hermit could be found. One could advertise.
Advertise?
In the newspapers.
Well, surely a hermit who takes up a newspaper is not a hermit in whom one can have complete confidence.
I do not know what to suggest, my lady.
Is there room for a piano?
A piano!
We are intruding here, Mr. Hodge. This will not do. Evidently nothing is being learned. Come along, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Noakes, bad news from Paris.
Is it the Emperor Napoleon?
No. It concerns your heat engine. Improve it as you will, you can never get out of it what you put in.
Thank you, your ladyship.
Do you understand her?
No.
Then this business is over. I was married at 17. Thomasina, as a courtesy to the Count, wear your green velvet, please. I will send Briggs up to do your hair. 16 years and 11 months.
Lord Byron's with a lady.
Yes.
Huh.
What of Mr. Noakes's engine?
Newton's equations, which go forwards and backwards, do not care which way. However, the heat equation cares very much. It only goes one way. That is why Mr. Noakes' engine does not have the power to drive Mr. Noakes' engine.
Everybody knows that.
Yes, Septimus, they know it's about engines.
Well, oh look, a quarter to 12. For your homework, explicate your diagram.
I cannot. I do not know the mathematics.
Without mathematics, then.
There. I've made a drawing of you and Plautus.
Very good. Not a great likeness of me, though.
Sir,
My lord?
I gave you offense, and I am sorry for it.
I took none, my lord, but you are kind to mention it.
I have a question. You have a brother, I dare say, being a Septimus?
Yes, he's the editor at the Piccadilly Recreation. Was that your question?
No. Oh, is that you? That is a very good likeness. I would like to keep it. There are things a boy cannot talk about with his friends. Carnal things. My sister believes things that I assure you I cannot bring myself to repeat.
Then you must not repeat them. The walk between here and dinner will suffice to set us straight. If we walk by the garden, it's an easy business. And then I must depend on you to correct your sister's state of ignorance.
Oh, no, bloody hell!
Thank you, Mr. Hodge. I will.
No, God, no!
I'm sorry, madam.
When it's all said and done, do you think... Am I done? I mean, at the end of the day, am I really done? Valentine, please give it to me straight. Am I done?
Oh, you're done.
Oh, Christ. Does it really mean that?
Yes, Bennett, it does.
Well, show me what it says. I want to see it. No, wait. Read it. No. Sit here. Okay, I'm ready.
October 1st, 1810. Today, under the direction of Mr. Noakes, a potier was dug on the south lawn, the dahlia having propagated under glass with no ill effect, from the sea voyage is named Captain Bryce Charity for his bride. Though the honor properly belongs to the husband who exchanged beds with my Dahlia, and an English summer for everlasting night in the Indies.
Well, I mean, it's so roundabout the house as to say what it means.
It means Ezra was botanist.
No, he wasn't a botanist, he was a poet!
It's not a disaster.
Of course it's a bloody disaster! I was on the breakfast hour!
It doesn't mean that Byron didn't fight a duel. It means Traitor wasn't killed in
Oh,
it.
pull yourself together! Do you think I would have been on the breakfast hour if Byron had missed?
Calm down, Bernard. Valentine's right.
I mean, you know, what about those 2 unknown Byron essays that I discovered? That has to count for something, right? Oh, God, how long? I proved that Byron was hair and then he shot that hair. I made it all about Chater. Why did you 2 stop me? God, this blossom my discovery is bound to get out soon. How long do you think it'll be before some botanical pedant blows the whistle on me?
The day after tomorrow, a letter in the Times.
You wouldn't.
It's a dirty job, but some.
Darling, sorry. Hannah.
And after all, it is my discovery.
Hannah.
Bernard.
Hannah.
Oh, shut up. It would be very short, very dry, absolutely glove-free. You wouldn't want it to be one of your friends now.
No, God, no.
Well, then, your letter in the Times.
Mine?
Of course. In the language of scholars, I trust.
Oh, eat it, you mean?
Think of it as a breakthrough in Dahlia stuffers.
Why aren't you coming? Bernard, and you're late. Oh, you're not dressed.
Wait a minute, why are you people dressed like this?
Do be quick. Just put anything on. We're all being photographed except for Hannah.
I'll come watch.
Mommy says if you got the theodolite.
Who are you supposed to be, Chloe? Bill P?
Jane Austen.
No, of course.
That's tonight. What photograph?
It's in the Hermitage.
Thank you. And the one for the local paper, they always come before we start. We need a good lot of us. Gus looks gorgeous.
The newspaper? I've got it ready, let's go.
My lady, what is it?
This, shush. Now's a chance.
For what, dear God?
Do not ask the innocent. Tomorrow I'll be 17.
Dear Christ!
Now you must teach me. You are paid in advance.
Oh! Oh!
Plays for us. There's got to be a way. I cannot be 17 and not waltz.
But your mother!
While she swoons, we can dance. The house is all abed. I heard the drawl of it. Oh, Septimus, teach me now.
I cannot.
Indeed you can. And I'm come barefoot, so mind my toes.
I cannot because it is not a waltz.
It is not.
No, it's too slow.
Oh. And we'll wait for him to play quickly.
My lady.
Mr. Hodge. Are you reading my essay? Why do you work here so late?
Save candles.
I have my old primer.
It is mine again. You should not have written in it.
It was a joke.
It will make me mad as you promised. Sit over there, you will have us in disgrace.
When Mama comes, I will tell her we only met to kiss, not to waltz.
Silence or bed.
Silence.
I've got it!
Are you tucked down?
It's heat.
Heat?
It's a diagram of heat exchange.
So, we are all doomed.
Yes.
Like a steam engine, you see. She didn't have the maths, not remotely, but she saw what things meant way ahead. Like seeing a picture.
This is not science, this is storytelling.
Like a film.
What did she see?
That you can't run the film backwards. Heat was the first thing which didn't work that way. Not like Newton. A film of a pendulum or a ball falling through the air.
The ball would be going the wrong way.
Backwards, yes, but you'd have to know that.
Well, who thought that?
Well, she saw why. You can put back the bits of the glass if you threw a ball through the window, but you can't collect up the heat of the smash. It's gone.
So, the Newtonian universe must cease and grow cold. Dear me.
Yes, you must hurry if we're going to dance.
And the heat goes into the mix.
I think we have time.
And everything is mixing the same way all the time, irreversibly. Until there's no time left. That's what time means.
So, we've solved all the mysteries and lost all the meaning. We will be alone on an empty shore.
Then we will dance. Is it a waltz now?
It will serve.
Goody.
I'm afraid I have to go.
You're leaving?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm afraid so.
What's up, Banner?
Nothing I can go into.
Should I go?
No, I'm leaving.
Kill her!
What the hell is it, Chloe?
Mummy!
Oh God, she caught us in the corner.
She's new!
No. Listen, she was rescuing a Fialdite.
I'll come with you,
No,
Bella.
you bloody won't.
Don't you want me to?
God, no, why would I? Look, I'm really sorry.
What are you saying sorry to her for?
Oh, look, sorry you, sorry Hannah, sorry this, sorry. Look, can I go home now?
Well,
You are a bastard, Banner.
if you stay out of it, what do you know about anything?
Nothing.
It was worth it though, wasn't it?
Oh God, it was wonderful.
Well, I drive you off, sister.
Scream! Bennett! Look, darling, oh, hey. I'm really looking forward to reading A Genius of the... whatever. I hope you find your hermit. However, I think out front for me right now is the absolute safest place I can be. So you know what you should do, darling? You should publish.
Am I waltzing?
Yes, my lady. Take your essay. I have given it an alpha in blind faith. And, be careful with the flame.
I'll wait for you to come.
Oh, I cannot.
Indeed you can.
I cannot.
You must.
I will
Then I will not go. Once more, my birthday.
Something is holding on. Thank you.
Let me see.
Oh, no, I really didn't. Oh.
It's kind of a tradition that for every show, or basically every show, the seniors, go out and get flowers for the tech crew and stuff. So, the first batch of flowers we would like to give out is to JT, the sound guy, and the guy who does things. For the longest time, he was our only tech guy up until about 2 weeks ago. So he did absolutely everything, and then, you know, we got everyone else, so it was really cool. The next tech crew person I'd like to give these flowers to is Brett. Whoever you Brett's always been there. He's always just kind of showed up and gone, all right, what do you want me to do? I'll do it now. So there's Brett. All right, the next tech person, Casey. Casey is prop master, so everything you saw on the table, all the apples, all the briefcases, the books, especially the books, oh my god, they all came from Casey, so you were the round of applause. The next person I'd like to call out, even though he's a macho man, doesn't like flowers, Jacob Wisser. Jacob is the muscle, he's the big brother, he's basically kind of like Brett, just shows up and does what we need him to do, so another round of applause. The next set of flowers I would like to present these to are Cameron, our stage manager, so... Cameron fell off the stage and hit her head, and she was gone for 2 days. And I don't know about you guys, but I was freaking out like at school because I was like, oh god, she's not gonna be here. And
She was dead.
It was bad. But we're so glad you're back, and you've just done so much for us. So you're the best stage manager I think we've had. This last bouquet, can anyone guess who these are for? Pulled together if it wasn't for her. I mean, she's just done so much. Look at us, look at how we're dressed. I mean, you know, she's just done so she's just fabulous. We're gonna miss her so much, but we're not gonna cry. We've already done that. So everyone, seriously, she's just amazing.
Yeah,
She did-
Usually, you know, when you direct a show, you're supposed to dress up, but last night was opening night, and if you recall, one of the lines in the play references the Sage of Lunacy, and so it was probably within our first read-through that we had all kind of mutually decided that I was, in fact, the Sage of Lunacy. So my t-shirt says, they call me the Sage of Lunacy. But in...
There's a turtle on the back.
And there's a turtle. Just a couple things I have to say very quickly. This cast, as of today and yesterday, spans, we have Sebastian in 7th grade, all the way up to Rhodes, who's an alum. And I think that, you know, when you undertake a production like Arcadia with any group of people, you think, well, Nellie, okay, here we go. And I never doubted them for a moment. I never doubted that we would be able to do this, and I never doubted that they would do as well as they did. We are truly an ensemble, which is something that I think every director, even professionally, wants. And so to have that, and to have it be such lovely students who remind me every day why I love theater and why I love to teach it, it's just truly a blessing. And I know that for the friends and family, I've stolen them for quite a while. I promise you can have them back until probably March, and then I'll need them back again.
Wait, I get a break that long?
Yes! Oh, well, the week at the middle school was. It's okay. And so thank you for coming to experience this with us tonight. I am unbelievably proud, and I'm going to stop now, and I'll be very serious and say good night to you guys and everybody out of costume so we can strike this set.